Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Good morning, crypto fans. How we doing out there? Today is March the 7th. It's Sunday. And let's get to some charts. Bitcoin is leading the way today at 5.86%. We're up. Bringing some of the altcoins up with it, which is great news for us. So let's have a peek. Before we get started, though, I got a few pieces of news for you. Just keep in mind tonight, Coinbase is planning a maintenance. So for Coinbase traders, the iOS and Android, look for that to be down at 9 p.m. Pacific time. I think they're saying like 30 minutes. I don't think it has any impact on Coinbase Pro. But keep that in mind. Also, one other thing I want to show you before we get started, it is scam season for crypto. As you can see, this fake individual here saying that they're Elon Musk is giving away free Bitcoin. As you can see, the shitty attempt to even not even match the color for the certified on the Twitter. So, folks, please keep that in mind. That's something to watch for. Unfortunately, it happens quite a bit in the crypto space. So with that said, let's take a look at the charts. Well, here we are looking at the Bitcoin 1 hour chart. As you can see, we are moving up to our sell target. On this climb, we do have the 12, 26, 100-day in the right orientation for upside potential, increasing volume. But the only thing we're watching out for is we're starting to get oversold. I should say overbought. I'll get that wrong every single time. Overbought on the RSI. So let's switch over to the 4-hour time frame and see where we are with the RSI. So in this time frame, as you can see, we have some more time left for some upside potential. As we have this 100-day support to fall back on, and then that would be at the 50,123.53, and you're countering resistance. Oops, didn't mean to move that guy. Let me come over here and grab him. There we are. At the 51,252.97. So let's look for that support to hold. As long as we can get the volume, I think the bulls are going to take her on up there for today. Moving on. Let me get my list up here. So coming up next is DOT USD Polkadot. Polkadot, there we are. We're sitting right, as you can see, we came up onto this 0.50 halfway mark on this retracement, trying to get above there. We're getting the 100-day and a 26 cross here on the 4-hour. So we're trying to get up through the 100-day moving average, providing some resistance. We do have like a good trend. You could draw a trend line on that. Looks pretty strong for this channel, as long as we can maintain that trajectory. To look at some support and resistance level for you, I'll go back to, we can do this. We'll use the 34.268. Support resistance is 35.40 on this previous candle. RSI almost dead center, so we're in good shape there. And previous candle showed above average trading volume. So DOT USD looking strong. Moving on to BNB USD Binance Coin. Had a good strong run up, and we did pull back, so we're going to have support level at the 233.576 USD. As the chart shows that we did come up to the 100-day moving average and resisted that. So we're going to take some bulls, get behind this thing to get us up above that 100-day moving average on the 4-hour. Still looking for that climb up into the sales target indicated up here in the red, and the buy target was down here in the green. For those that you're new, I see some folks in there in the channel. Hey, say hello in the chat over there. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all those things. for the YouTube algorithm that will help push out the content so other people that are trying to learn how to trade and learn how to master cryptocurrency is what we're all about. Moving on to IOTA, Internet of Things. IOTA USD. I have represented on the chart here some trend lines to kind of give us a little bit more clarity, but we did get the 12, 26, and 100 day in the right orientation, and we're touching down on the 26th for support as it continues a upward trajectory. We are bouncing around this halfway point on the fib retracements, both top and bottom, coming up and going down and coming up. So look for some strength to get up there. Also need some volume come in. RSI is in good shape. So let's get your support and resistance levels. Support down here as we bounced off this 26 moving average and the previous candle at 1.291. Resistance here on the top of the one is 8 hours ago, 1.360. That is IOTA USD. Moving on to who's up next? ADA Cardano. Right here. ADA USD. Also trending up, so we'll watch that on the climb up. Same scenario with ADA, although we are on top of the 0.50 fib retracement off of this pivot up here at the 120. Trying to push through this 12-day, then you'll have the 26-day to encounter. It looks like they're both trending in that direction. Could use some more volume to give us some more clarity and also to give us some momentum to get through these resistance all coming up. So ADA kind of stuck there in the middle of the no trade zone. So if you're not in ADA, that's okay. Wait for it to get above these resistance levels, and then we can reset our fib retracement on the next watch list. Moving on to Link, L-I-N-K USD. We talked about this one yesterday. We did get into our sell target, so that would have been the exit. And one strategy, and of course this is not financial advice or nothing like that, but one thing you can do when you're trading these names is you can take 90% off, 90% of your position, leave 10% in there, and just let it ride. That's a good way if you want to maintain exposure to these names, if you believe in them and think that they have a good use case and they're not scams or they're not going to go away. That's a good way to put house money into exposure over the days. So as you can see, we did have some issues getting up above the 100-day moving average. And so let's get your support. Support level previous 27.667. Resistance up here at there we are at the 28.40 for LINK USD. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum had some bullish news. They're trying to deploy the next iteration of Ethereum, which is supposed to, I think it's going to even eliminate the gas issues with, so basically these ERC20 tokens that were built on top of Ethereum, there's some enormous gas prices just because Ethereum's values went up, causing grief. So we're going to look at support at the 1648.34 and resistance as we topped out up here at the 1688.02. So looking for that to retrace down into the 0.618 over here on this retracement. I'm sorry, trace down to the 0.382 usually, then the 50 and with a bounce. So the 12-day and the 26 all trending upward. trying to cross the 100-day moving average. Moving on, XLM, Stellar. There we are. We have our support level at the 0.409. Resistance at the 0.4181. Didn't make it up to our sell target yet. So if you got in this one down here, we're still patiently waiting the continuation. We have a good slight trend upward. Volume just underneath average, and RSI is in good shape. So we'll keep an eye on Stellar, XLM USD. NU USD. I did indicate over here, this was a very important, I don't know, target area, price range area. It took us forever to get above it, and then as you see now, is once we got above it, it's providing a lot of support at that 0.6778 area, but still trying to break into this sales target. We're going to need some volume. We're drying up a little bit for the bulls to get us up into the sales target if this is one that you chose to take a position. Let's check. We would have been right in here, so that would have been trying to squeeze a 9% gain out of that one for NU USD. Just turning green for the day. Moving on to NMR. We previously, you see, we had the fib retracement set up on this one. It did break into the sell zone, so we had a new pivot down here at the bottom, and we'll need to adjust. We just had this one right at the $40 range. So looking for some continuation. We're above the 100-day moving average. The 26-day is giving us some grief. So we're going to need a turn up, more volume. RSI is in good shape. So right now your support is at the 39.818, resistance at the 40.803. If you're in the chat, say hi. If you want me to chart one, it's not on the watch list, happy to do so. Moving on to Litecoin, LTC USD, trying to make its way up to our sales target. This was a good example of, we were in this trade. I'll show you. We'll scroll back right here. On this retracement, it's very similar. Got up in here, took 90% off, and left 10% in because I didn't have any exposure to Litecoin. And fundamentally, I think it has some room to grow as it becomes a candidate for currency exchange. So moving on for support, 184.26 for Litecoin, resistance here. Two goes at trying to get above that 100-day moving average to 189.97, just say roughly $190 even. That psychological number, trying to overtake that to get up to the 200 mark again. Okay, moving on. Comp USD, COMP USD. This one did get into. We sent an alert out yesterday. I'll put that. I think I have that. Yes. Yeah, put that link in the chat for you. I wanted to get folks on board with there. There's a link for yesterday's alert. It's some of our names on the watch list did get into the sale target. So wanted to alert folks to that. So let's get our support and resistance levels. Going to be, let's move into the 1 hour. We need a little bit more clarity there. There we are. Okay, we're coming up to, we're challenging the 26-day moving average. We'll switch back. We got our support and resistance levels. As you see, we're getting to both 12 and 26 cross on the 4-hour. We're about to go into the right orientation for upside potential. We have the 12, the 26, and 100 day down here. And so your resistance at 491.681, support at 483.23. Volume's a little weak, trying to get up into the average. We had a big candle back here yesterday at around 10 a.m., right when we went live. Moving on to BAT, Basic Attention Coin. BAT breaking out. We have resistance up here at the 0.7358. Support would be, whoops, didn't want to move that. Here we are. Support down here at the 0.70, so we're going to put a tight range to watch. So we're looking to break above here for continuation as we are trying to get above the 0.50 retracement on this previous run up. 26-day is underneath us, whereas the 12-day as well. So looking for at 12.26 cross, that could give us a boost. Volume is above average. It looks like folks coming in on BAT USD. All right, looking at GRT. We have some continuation on GRT, getting above the 100-day moving average, 26 down here. So we're in a upside down orientation for our moving averages, but still managing to climb up because we have strong volume. RSI still in good shape here on the 4-hour. So your previous resistance on that candle is a 1.937. Support right here. First level of support would be the 1.90, then you're going to have the 100-day moving average to fall back on. Looking pretty strong for GRT USD. Trying to get up to our sales target. So if you're in this one, we were going for about a 13% gain, almost 14 for GRT USD. Moving on, let's look at some DeFi coins, or tokens, I should say. We started out with Uni, which was requested from one of the viewers. Uni did make it into the sales target, so we're going to reevaluate that one once we get our new pivot. And I am using TradingView's pivot tool. I'll show that to you real quick. Pivot's HL55. You can get that one. I have the Pro version, which allows me to use more indicators and more lists, alerts, things like that. But if you're using the free version, you should still have access to those. Excuse me. Watching the RSI, as you see it topped out a little bit, which sent us down to a little bit of sideways action here. So looking at support, previous candle was at the 30.56. Resistance up here at the 32.24 for Uni USD. This particular one on Coinbase, looking at the AAVE. AAVE, as the alert I sent out yesterday, it's in the chat. This one did get into the sales target, managed to push above, and then we kind of double topped right on this. As you can see, that would be the 100% retracement right on this previous run up here. So it got all the way up there once again, topped out, bears saw it, stepped in, pushed us down. We're looking for some continuation up here. So we're looking at support. Let's move that into the 1 hour. There we go. So previous support. Let me grab that rascal. There we go, right there. The 408.801 resistance, quite clear up here to 418.893. And we will, once we've got our new pivot here, so once we come in, we'll look back on the 4 hour, we're looking for some rounding bottom on this one for a continuation to the upside. Volume is above average, and RSI is still not in the overbought, so we're still okay. Having a look at MKR. MKR was part of our alert yesterday as we got into the sales target. Got up there, rejected. Now we're bouncing around this 0.50. As we indicate, it's not a Fibonacci number, but it is, you see here, very relevant for technical analysis. Tends to be like a magnet. So support at the 221.87.46 USD. First level resistance at the 2221.775. Then you're going to encounter some resistance right here on the 100-day moving average. Moving on to, let's switch over to Doge. We got to always have a look at Doge. So we've kind of marked a trend line here. Doge is trying to make it above. We've banged away up here at the 0.053. Still haven't managed to break above that. So we're looking for some kind of catalyst. We do have the 12-day moving average providing some support at the moment, and the 26-day trying to break, poker heads above that 100-day moving average. So we got support for Doge right here at the 0.0501. Resistance, quite a bit of it. Seems to be, let's pull it in a little bit more. There we go, at the 0.05216 for Doge USD. All right, if you're out there, don't be too shy to say hi. Put your tickers in the chat or say hello if you got a question. We'll hop over to audio. Audio had a big run up yesterday. We got all the way above the sales target and then sold it right back down. So lots of folks got up there and took some profits. For audio, I think it was up like 16, 17%. Let's have a look here. We'll check the ruler. Yeah. If you got in real early, it would have been around 180% move. But yesterday, I think it was around 75, 80% run. So you see it catching some support here on the 12-day moving average. We do have the 12, 26, and 100-day all fanned out like we like it. Lots of room in between, providing support underneath. So that support level is a 0.8351 USD. Resistance. We can look at the 1 hour real quick because that split that candle up a little bit. Once you get above this one little candle here, you will see, what's the 1226 on the 1 hour for resistance, but resistance at 0.95, so basically $1 mark. The $1 psychological is usually a difficult one to achieve, to close above it. Very light volume. He said all this volume here pouring in for audio USD. So basically what they're trying to do is use this particular token to allow musicians and artists to get paid by without the middleman for royalties and such. So it seems like a pretty decent use case. I haven't done much research on that particular one, but sounds pretty decent. Let's see if we can hop over and have a look at the market caps real quick. Looking at Bitcoin, trying to get back to that 1 trillion. So we're at 946 billion market cap for BTC USD. And Ethereum taking over second place once again. And then we can always look at our total market cap Open Trading View by typing in total USD. Sorry, just total crypto market cap. So there we are, 1,541 billion for crypto. So we are getting more fiat money coming in, which is nice. So, anyone out there have any requests? Give it a few minutes. We do have a slight time delay. Okay. Let's take one more peek at BTC USD before we get out of here. Looking for us to close above the 50K here on the, where were we at? Right there, right at it. We do have support underneath us now with a 100-day moving average. We got the 1226 cross. So it's trending upwards. Volume just under average. So keep your eyes open out there, folks. That's all for me for today. Have a great evening, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central Time on the Crypto Morning Show. Have a great day. Thank you.